Mission Control. I want to continue the video series I've been doing on why investing in the work that we've done here at The Real Martian, and that's now part of Eat and Grow Systems, is a good idea for you. In today's video, we're going to talk about green technology. To start this conversation, I want to start off with agriculture in general. And in some of my previous videos, which I encourage you to go back and check, we've talked about large-scale farming and large-scale ag, and I've been very active on Twitter lately as I'm challenging people on these ideas. Large-scale agriculture has served its purpose, and I'm not one of those people who's going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I definitely know that feeding people, the ethanol that's coming off the farms, the soy, and all the products that are generated from that, the wheat, and all the grains and cereals that come off of large-scale industrialized agriculture have all become essentially necessary in our society today. And if we were just turn it off like this, it would be bad for a whole lot of people. I'm not one of those folks. But you can look at the situation more pragmatically and more logistically speaking, as well as just health of the soil, pest and disease chemicals. Essentially, you roll that all up into a single word called sustainability. And what we see is that these large-scale agricultural manufacturing plants, essentially, both indoor and outdoor, by the way, they're just not sustainable. When you have large-scale monolithic or single crops, monocrops, monoculture crops, what you get is a lot more pests, a lot more disease, because there's meant to be more diversity in nature, and that diversity allows the plants to be stronger. There's different pheromones, different chemicals, different soil biology. It all gets really complicated really, really quickly, but suffice it to say that there's strength in diversity. So we need solutions, and there's been some good solutions that have entered the ag tech arena, and I'll talk about that in a future video. Things like UAVs, unmanned tractors, a lot of technology, a lot of sensors that are allowing us to really, put stuff where it needs to be, and I'm a fan of that kind of stuff. It makes me a fan of what we're doing here at Eden even more, because we've taken what they've done at that level, and we've created a solution that's much more sustainable in the long run, and that is what I'm calling the hyper-local growing solution. It's a different paradigm. Instead of having large-scale farms that we all depend on that then have to ship food from, Mexico to New York, or Los Angeles to Seattle, or Texas up to Fargo. And this is just the United States, but the same goes everywhere else on the planet. When you're talking about large logistical chains, you have a lot of issues there regarding sustainability, and especially for those who care about green technology, you're looking at a carbon footprint. You're looking at how much diesel goes into all that. Rubber is required to be made for all that. Now, all the vehicles that have to be made to support that. Now, there's a lot of jobs that go with that too. And again, that's why I'm against the, throwing the baby out with the bathwater. But long term, we do need to change. We need to make a change in how we're growing food, and it needs to become a lot cleaner and a lot more sustainable. What we've done at Eat and Grow Systems is create a solution that creates the hyper-local food paradigm. That is, people being able to grow their own food right where they are. Again, it used to be this way, but with 21st century technology, we can now grow food in places where you wouldn't normally grow food, like in your apartment or in your own bedroom or garage. And with hyperlocality, what you get is a lot more secure solution for food. You get food sovereignty because you can grow your own, and you have a lot cleaner solution because your waste and your pollutants are all just right next to you. You don't have this huge tail that comes along with a head of lettuce. Instead of having, if you think about it, the tractor in the field that then helps plow up the ground, that goes out there, that helps plant everything, the people driving to the farms that plant everything, the vehicles consuming energy through diesel or gasoline. Then you go out there and you spray pesticides, usually petroleum based, herbicides, usually petroleum based, and then you go out and you harvest. You have people driving for the harvest wherever they're driving from. They're still driving. They're there for time. They need to be supported. That all takes energy, electricity. Then you have the harvest, you have the cleaning, you have the moving of everything to a new location, you have the chilling of it, you have the washing of it. All of these things happen, and that's all logistical tail. And we haven't even got to the truck yet that then takes it from the boxing location to the distribution location, which then distributes it to all the different locations throughout the United States that product will go to, all the while being driven in trucks and everything that consume petroleum products. So if you really care about green technology, if you're really serious about it, then what you want is hyperlocality. You want to have solutions where the food is grown as close to the person consuming it as possible with minimal waste. We have heard a lot of talk about, people doing lab grown foods, but there's no way that those are going to end up being better for the environment than just growing food. That's how it was intended to be. That's how God created it. Even if you don't believe what I believe, you know that nature was designed a certain way, and doing it in a lab with a bunch of artificial ingredients is not the way. So that's not going to be new green technology. And we're seeing those kind of things fail anyway, and people just really aren't accepting them. With the grow towers that Eden Grow Systems has created, that again, you've watched here develop on the Real Martian, what you're getting is the ability to grow your own food right where you're at. And then all that carbon footprint that we spoke about, it's all gone. And now what you get to engage with is better community, because what we believe is the answer is that everybody grows a little bit of food. If everybody's grown a little bit of food and they get together and share like we used to do as a human society, in some cases we still do, like farmers markets, local small town communities, you get together, you share that food. So let's say you have someone on the second floor, somebody on the 50th floor. If they're growing, this guy's growing lettuce, this one's growing carrots, they can get together and they can have a salad. Now you can add more and more stuff to that as you get more and more people growing, and it becomes very sustainable. It's very secure because the food is grown right there. They don't have to depend on anybody moving it in. And it's also a lot more equitable. People can grow. And when you get people technology that allows them to grow their own food, that's true equality. When you're giving people technology and you're raising them up to a higher level of living, that's equality. And that is what we've done here at Eden Grow Systems. So what we're looking for right now is people to join us on our mission in one of three ways. The first way is just pray for us, to come alongside of us in prayer and ask the Lord to bless us, to provide the correct investment to help us go to the next level. The next thing you can do is to share the message. Share this message. Grab the video, hit thumbs up, of course, but share it. Send it out to somebody saying, hey, this is an interesting thing. This guy's got something interesting to say. I think you guys should check it out. And just send it out to 3 people. Send it out to 4 people. That's all you need to do. Choose one and send it to them. That makes a huge difference. And the last thing you can do is to pledge. We're doing what's known as a regulated crowdfund, which is different than Kickstarter or GoFundMe. And Kickstarter, GoFundMe, you put money in, maybe you get a little toy or trinket or keychain or something. What we're doing here with this regulated crowdfund, or Reg CF for short, is that we actually give you equity in the company. And it's the last opportunity for non-accredited investors to come in and invest in Eden right now today before we go public in the future. So this is ground floor. Get in now, make your pledge, and then what will happen is we'll add you to an email list, and when the crowdfund goes live, you'll be notified, and then off to the races we go, and you can make your decision at that time, and that's when the money will be transferred. But you'll actually get equity in the company. You won't just be giving us money. It's not a donation. So please do check it out. And anyway, so the towers have a very reduced carbon footprint. We use recyclable materials. We even upgrade, or upcycle, I should say, old Amazon Fire tablets so that they don't end up in landfills. We're getting those. We're using them on the towers. So we're doing everything we can at Eden to try to make a much greener, much more sustainable future. And I ask you to come along and join us in that. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Go to that www.edengrowsystems.com/regcf, and you can contact us there. You can submit your pledge there, but be happy to answer any questions that you have. And of course, comment. If you got questions, put them in the comments. Be happy to respond there so everybody can see them. Thanks for following along. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell so you get notified. This is The Real Martian. Out.